Coming up in today's video, I generate many stones, and then I fiddle with redstone, and then I get killed by an enderman. What? No! Really? Hello and welcome to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 3. Today we're going to be making a rather good stone generator for Jessiie B. But before we get to that, let's look at all the things that I've been doing since the last video. And it's really not all that much. In fact, all I've done is one lousy live stream. But in that live stream, we did everything. Starting with breeding villagers, which went surprisingly smoothly. I bred Idiot A and Stickman, who provided us with several idiot babies that I put to work in our carrot and potato farm areas, thus creating a fully automatic carrot and potato farm that automatically generates lots of carrots and potatoes that I don't really want. Idiot A and Stickman also spat out a few more babies that needed dealing with one way or another, and I ended up trapping two of them in trading boxes ready to become useful villagers. One became a stonemason and the other a librarian, which I tried to roll trades on to become an Unbreaking 3 villager. Suddenly though, in the game chat, Jessiie B said that she needed many shulker boxes worth of stone for her new mountain build, so I offered to swap 3 shulker boxes of it in exchange for her rolling the trades on my new villager. She agreed and I supplied the stone while taking a look around the mountain she's working on. I also said that I would build her a stone generator at her base to help her gather stone, and I even lent her a beacon so she could mine it more efficiently. Which leads us right back to now.
You lose.
So here we are back at base as usual, and the first thing I want to do is see if Jessiie B has been and rolled the trades on our new villager, and she hasn't, which is fine because I said she could take as long as she needed to. So let's see how our other villagers are getting on. We've got our new stonemason, which trades with bricks, and obviously we've got Stickman, who trades with sticks. And we've got our mending librarian who trades with books. Jeez. Well, that didn't work, did it? Speaking of new villagers, let's now take a trip to our brand new potato and carrot farm and see how these guys are getting on. You might not have seen from the live stream exactly what's going on here, but basically we've got a villager there, we've got a villager there, and we have a hungry villager here. And those two will do farming and throw this guy many carrots and potatoes. This one's all potatoes and this one's all carrots, and if we flick this magic lever here, we'll fall down a hole onto a slime block and find that we've got some chests here which are filling up with very many tasty goodnesses, which is nice. And then all we got to do is stand on the slime block, press that button there, and we pop back out again, flick the lever, and we're done, and we can say goodbye to all of these stupid idiots and go and get on our way. But before we get on our way, I just want to point out that the downside to having all of these villagers is I've had to take away all of the useful things from our area. You can see here we've got stone cutters and smithing tables and a brewing stand that I've had to rip out of the area. And down here my farm is missing many composters. But once Jessiie B has finished rolling the trades for that new librarian, we can put them all back again and everything should be fine. Speaking of Jessiie B, that's exactly where we're going to be heading today, because if we fly a little bit past Jessiie B's tower, you will see that Jessiie B is starting to build a mountain. And the majority of this mountain is being built out of stone. And we've already given her 3 shulker boxes worth of stone, but she's going to need a whole bunch more if she's going to finish this thing off. So what we're going to do is come down to a predetermined location in her ravine and build her a stone generator. And pop her in a beacon too, although it already looks like she's put a beacon in, so that's good news. And it looks like she's got some shulker boxes here, I guess, ready to put stone in. So I guess we better get cracking. And get cracking I did, first by clearing out the area and moving Jessie's shulker boxes out of the way. I then did my usual underfloor lighting trick with torches before crafting a bunch of resources I'd need for the farm. I started with pistons followed by repeaters, and then I crafted chests to make hoppers, and then even more chests for storage. Once the crafting was out of the way, I slabbed the floor, filled in the gaps around the edges and blocked off the noisy slimes in the back area with some glass. I then got to building the generator, starting with a line of obsidian with 6 pistons opposite. The glass structure came next before I broke a line in the floor and put some hoppers in leading up to a chest. Then another line of hoppers went in to increase how many blocks can be transported before the entire thing blocks up. Once this was done, I popped in a trapdoor to prevent lava spillages when Bedrock inevitably fails, and I took a quick trip to an overworld basalt delta to get some lava. Back at the stone generator, I popped in the water and lava and then shook my head as it suddenly dawned on me that I'm a total moron. After picking up the lava again, I crafted more buckets, collected more water, and this time put it in correctly by waterlogging the pistons. And then, because I'm still a moron, I blocked up the water that was pouring out the back of the pistons with some smooth stone slabs. With the water now under control, I placed the lava back in, popped in a simple redstone clock to tweak the timings a little, and tested the farm. And once I was happy it was working, I removed the pointless front hopper so I could get a little bit closer, and placed some helpful signs around the stone generator to make sure Jessiie doesn't get too confused. And once all that was done, I looked at a mildly concerning creeper before doing a little bit of AFK at the generator to gather Jessiie some stone. And now that that's all done, what if I did the whole thing again, but this time a little bit better? You see, what I built for Jessiie is absolutely fine, but it's a little bit slow, and I think I can make it a lot faster. And with really not too much work, I have now made it so I am constantly now smashing stone. There is never a point that my pickaxe is not working, which means I'm generating a lot more stone than I did with the original system. So let's have a look how this works and what changes I've made. Well, taking a step back from this thing, you can see we've now got two stone generators pushing into each other and a redstone clock in the middle basically driving both sets of pistons. Now, while we do get this crazy sort of glitchiness here where the stone's not quite generating, overall it generates fast enough to always have some available. Now, what we might be able to do is just slow this thing down a little bit so that the stone has more time to generate in general, but I don't think we need to. I think it's absolutely fine. If we come up to this thing with our haste 2 and our efficiency 5, I have always got stone there to be mined. But how much faster is it? Well, there's only one way to find out, which obviously means running both of the farms for a 3-minute test each and seeing which one's better. And I think we all know which one that one's going to be. And the timer is up on the second farm. That means that we are out, and that means that there are some items at the top apparently as well. Now, I've got some items in my inventory from that, but how many items have escaped up there? Jeez, I need to get up there. Oh, there's a stone I can use here. Hop up. Right, let's throw those away. How many items escaped? Fire! 17 items escaped. Oh, jeez. Right, well, we'll throw those away because they're obviously not going to count towards our score. And let's go and have a look how the first farm did. It did pretty well. Pretty well indeed. That actually works out at 14,860 items per hour, or 8.6 chests per hour, which is a crazy amount of stone. But not as crazy as from this one. Yeah, this one's a lot better. If we check out the chest, you will see there are nearly 18 stacks of stone just from 3 minutes, which works out at 21,720 items per hour, or 12.6 chests worth of stone per hour, not including the 17 pieces we threw on the floor. So yeah, by far better, and we now need to build this double one on the Truly Bedrock server for Jessiie B. And now, with the magic of video editing, that is all done, and I'm now generating Jessiie a whole bunch more stone again. Hooray! And now that my pickaxe is almost blunt and I'm just about starving to death, it's probably a good idea to stop gathering Jessiie B. Quite so much stone. You can also see there that some of the stone is not going in the hoppers because the hoppers are indeed very much full. So we could probably do to remove some of that, so those can go in there. If we look in this chest here, we've got absolutely tons, and I know that's actually going to be backing up quite a long way through this thing. So there you go, Jessiie B. Many stone. And moving on to seeing how my furnaces get on. Do you remember this double chest was full of copper? Well, that copper's just about all smelted now, which means that everything is moving through this thing, and we're running out of items, which means soon I'm going to be reconnecting these fish chests and burning fish again. And because we did that video all about fuel not too long ago, you can see we've still got plenty of coal blocks and a whole bunch of lava buckets in there, meaning that this thing's going to be powering itself for a very long time. So I guess now would probably be a good idea to collect all of this copper out of this furnace, and there is a whole bunch. A whole bunch indeed. Many. many coppers. Over 3.5 stacks of copper blocks worth many. Wow, that is many. And adding all of that to my copper box, you can see we're really moving along this thing now, getting many coppers in there, which is good news. And moving on to my carrot and potato farm, which I've actually been AFK at for a little while and have gathered a whole bunch of carrots and potatoes. And if we go upstairs to see idiot C, D, and E, you'll see that in the chests behind them, we also have more carrots and potatoes that I've been gathering, which is nice. However, I have absolutely no need at all for a surplus of carrots and potatoes, so what am I going to do with them? You could give them to the villagers. No, I'm not going to give them to the villagers. Yeah, give them to... No, I don't need emeralds. I've got a raid farm. I'm not selling them to... Just said no. No, I've got a better idea. There are a whole bunch of shops on the server now, and they all sell many things. And most of them have at least one chest inside of them that sells many things. And I'm thinking that because we have overstocked on our carrots and potatoes, we should maybe distribute them throughout the shopping area for people to sell in their chests. I'm not really sure what you mean, FoxyNoTail. Well, imagine you're shopping in Silent Whisper's shop and you're looking for elytra. And every time you open the elytra chest, there are carrots and potatoes inside. And you take those carrots and potatoes out. And then you open the chest again. And there are more carrots and potatoes in there. You're going to be very happy about the number of free carrots and potatoes you can get. I'm still really confused. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. Let's imagine for a moment that you are outside of Silent Whisper's shop and you're looking to go in and buy some elytra. You walk through the door and are immediately given some carrots. And you're not sure why, but you think, okay, free carrots, I'm going to take it. And you wander into the shop, which I have conveniently reconstructed here, and you go to the elytra chest, and as you open it, there's a carrot inside. Huh, I wasn't expecting that carrot, you think, so you take it away. And you go around looking at other things, and then you eventually end up back at this chest and find there's another carrot inside. And then Silent Whisper comes along to his shop to restock the elytra and opens it and finds there's a carrot inside. So he takes it out and goes away. And then he comes back again to restock and finds there's another carrot inside. He's going to be thinking, who's the generous person that's leaving me all these carrots? I need to go and see them and thank them very much for their service. He's going to be over the moon with my new idea. And it doesn't just have to be carrots as well. This also works with potatoes. So let's do it. However, before we get too carried away, I do want to just quickly show you the incredibly complex redstone that is used to make this thing work. What we have is a chest, and behind the chest, we have a dropper. And that's it. When you open the chest, which is a trap chest of course, it activates the dropper, which is facing into the chest, which pops an item in, completely silently. The only thing you would notice is the fact that there is a trap chest rather than a chest, which can be fixed with a resource pack. Now the door one is slightly trickier and it does involve having an observer behind the door. Now you can hide that behind a trapdoor, but the observer will observe the door opening, send a redstone signal through this block, which goes into a sticky piston, which has another observer stuck to it. That will push down, pushing it in front of this observer, which will send a redstone signal through this block into that dispenser, which contains our carrots. So they will pop up through the floor. And I said dispenser, it's a dropper. No bows and arrows are required for this redstone. Anyway, speaking of servers, if you didn't already know, I'm the admin for the Truly Bedrock server, which means that I have access to the resource packs, so it wouldn't be too difficult for me to just switch out the trap chest texture with the normal chest texture, and no one will ever know. So now, knowing what we know and knowing what we need, I really need to get some more items in my redstone box because I don't have what I need. I have no trap chests at all, I only have one observer, and I only have 8 droppers. I guess I've got some crafting to do. Oh, and it appears that I've upset this Enderman somehow while looking in my ender chest. Very useful. Thank you, Enderman. Ow. Dude, please, no. Bro. Ah! Stop it. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. What? 1.5 hearts? What? No! Really? Really? An Enderman and I'm wearing netherite armor? Oh no! And I'm back at the passive mob. Oh jeez! Oh, I'm so. Oh no! And there's no ender chest here for me to go. Oh no! Oh, this is a disaster. At least I can turn it off. I forgot. Oh jeez. Oh, jeez. Now, I need to get home very quickly because Mr. Beardstone is online and all of my stuff is at the shopping area. So if he's at the shopping area and my stuff despawns, I'm going to be very, very sad. So I'm going to have to hop, skip, and jump very, very quickly over to the Guardian Farm, grab an ender chest from there, grab some rockets, and get out of here. And then go get my stuff back, obviously. Ah! We left an ender chest here. This is good news. Oh, and look, we've got some powdered snow there. That's also good news. But I don't want that right now. I want spares and things. Away we go! And here we are back at the shopping area in no time at all. And we should find all of my stuff still here. This is good news. And all of my XP gone down the drain. Which is actually a good thing. And the reason it's a good thing is that I really want to see how many levels that my Lonely Furnace now has stored up inside it. It would be ideal if I had 0 levels right now, but 7's absolutely fine. So let's grab an item out of there and find out. 95 levels in one pull. That's not bad at all. And there we go. After a little bit of crafting, we have just the ingredients we need in order to make these devices, as well as a whole sugar box with some carrots and potatoes. And here we go. Chest number 1 is done. And that is his rocket box, which when we open it, we will get at least one item of a potato or a carrot, because the dropper behind it has many items inside. Next chest. And now I've done his book chest. And I've done this chest with many coppers in it. And now I've done Mr. Beardstone's golden carrot chest, although I'm a little bit concerned this might be a bit overly noticeable because when you open the chest, all of his trapdoors flap about a bit, which is not ideal, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I've done his pointed dripstone chest, which unfortunately has made this villager fall through his trapdoor. And I was gonna do a lot more, but as I've noticed flying around the shopping area, almost all the shop use barrels instead of chests, and unfortunately, you can't get trapped barrels, which is a bit frustrating. So now it's just a case of putting a few of these in the floor, and Zloy's shop is particularly easy because he already had pressure plates here, so now when we walk across those, you get a couple of carrots, which is nice. And putting one here at his boomery shop is going to be very easy as well because he's got trapdoors here, so all I've got to do is break these 2 blocks, put a dropper in instead of that dirt there, put some carrots inside, put that back and put that there. Now you're going to get carrots every time you go out of there as well. Nice. Sometimes I shock myself with what a good community member I am and how generous I am giving everybody all of this free food. And look, another one of these things that I can so easily just destroy some of their shop, put these things in and give away free charity carrots. This is amazing. However, I need another. That's a slab. Let's swap it for that one. That's a, oh dear. Oh, jeez. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. There's nothing to see here. Everything worked perfectly. Oh, dear. I have made a problem. And now I've fixed a problem, and now it's thundering and lightning, which means it's probably a good time to get out of here. Unless I've got another couple of... No, there's no trapdoors in this one. Yep. Time to get out of here. I've done a good job. I've done excellent community works. It's time to move on. Now, some of you may be thinking, because of recent episodes, that I am due to build a glow squid farm over at the Mesa at some point soon, and you will be wrong, because I'm not going to do it, because my perfect tree farm here produces plenty. I emptied this thing out a couple of days ago, and I got another 50 glowing sats here for doing absolutely nothing, and considering how utterly useless they are, there really isn't much point in building a glow squid farm. Look how much glow squid I've got. Or glow ink sacks even. I got loads. Jessie!
Hi.
I made you a thing.
I see that. That was the most speedy of speedy.
Yes. Do you have a Silk Touch Efficiency 5 pickaxe?
I do.
Right. All you need to do is follow the instructions carefully and you will have many stones in no time at all.
Turn. Oh, sorry. Flick this lever, turn it on. Okay.
Yep.
Oh. Smush.
That's it. That's all you got to do. That's literally it. You just stand there for a while until you get either blown up by a creeper or your pickaxe is blunt or you run out of food. And the chest below you should have many stones in it when you're finished.
This is so fancy.
You like it?
I do.
Excellent.
It's much better than the terrible one I made that literally broke. So
There are a couple of minor issues with this. One is if you stand in the lava, you will die of fire, like poisoning. Okay? The other thing is, if there's a lot of people online, because it's basically using ticking in order to generate the stuff, the speed can go off a little bit, and there's not a lot I can do about that because it's kind of on the slowest clock it is. But it's, yeah, the less people online, the more efficient it will be. But it's still pretty good even when it's quite laggy. So should be good.
Use it when no one is on. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, that'll be the best thing to do.
Stuck.
Yeah, you might need to do a bit of decoration around it as well. I've just sort of slung it in.
I will make it pretty, but this is amazing. Thank you. I seriously can't believe you you did it this quick.
It's very simple for a fox like me, an absolute genius no-tail. That's what they call me, you know, genius no-tail.
I've heard that around.
I'm not surprised. It is going round. So yeah, no time at all for me to do that for you, and I didn't have any accidents at all. On that note, I'll leave you to it, Jessiie B. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.
Bye, Foxy.
Bye. So Jessiie B's very happy with her new stone generator, which is absolutely wonderful. And all I'm going to do now is grab even more good stuff out of this furnace, which is all nicely smelted for me. And then I think I'm going to end the video because we've actually achieved a reasonable amount today and I've pretty much run out of things to do. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.